Alright, we've looked at the historical roots of Ninja Scroll, both through the lens of history and as well through pop culture. We've looked at the real Jubei, the Sunny Chiba Jubei, the Futaro Yamada novels, and the works of Yoshiaki Kawajiri.
All the way, baby.
And I'm sure now that I've gone over all these different movies and series, you won't have any problem whatsoever being confused by them. I mean, it's not like they've all got names that are really similar. I mean, the English dubs really took the time to make unique and individual names that are distinct, and yeah, I like to make the jokes.
Yes, I see that you do.
Now, all that's left is what came after Ninja Scroll.
Well, all right.
Yeah, there isn't really a long list of the sequels and reboots and spin-offs or adaptations. This is just going to mainly focus on the Ninja Scroll TV series.
Child, the way I feel tonight, Muhammad Ali will have his hands full.
But before we get into all of that, I do have one thing that I want to say first.
Don't race your motor, baby. It's not leaving the garage.
No. It's just that we have some exciting news. I'm really thrilled that we got a sponsor. These videos are like a whole bunch of work and everything, and I know that you liked the video already, so thank you for liking my video. But it's nice to be able to rely on a sponsor.
Well, I just rely on skill.
Well, it's not just any sponsor either, but it's the makers of Halo. Right? I couldn't be more thrilled, so look for that sponsorship ad at the end of the video, okay? And we'll be playing a special message from the creators of Halo.
Bullshit.
No, really, the creators of Halo, but you have to wait until the end.
Oh, we'll be there. You can count on that.
Okay, so after Ninja Scroll was released in Japan, people were like, aight, whatevs, right? I mean, years after Ninja Scroll hit in America and the rental receipts piled up, somebody decided that Ninja Scroll had enough of a fan base that it was worth doing a TV series.
Oh, I think so.
Produced by Madhouse in 2003, maybe a 10-year anniversary initiative, it runs for 13 episodes, it concludes its story, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really a lot of fanfare. It wasn't wretched, but it wasn't incendiary. I didn't even know it was released until years after it came out.
I don't know what you got, but you sure got bad timing.
And the series doesn't connect to the movie. Other than Jubei's the main character, Dakuan comes back. The voice for Dakuan isn't quite right if you're a stickler for that kind of thing, but you can't be that mad when you find out that he's being voiced by Lieutenant Barclay.
I look forward to your report, Mr. Broccoli.
There are a few subtle references to the movie, but really the series stands on its own. The director of the sequel mentions in the Disc 2 special features that nobody in Japan really knew what Ninja Scroll was. So again, there seemed little need for them to build off of the original.
Well, you'll have to admit it's been a two-way street.
It's a bit of a lame duck reboot. There's another MacGuffin for everybody to chase. All the superpower baddies are going to be fighting Jubei. Things feel a little samey in places, and where they are different, it's not always the way that you wanted it to go. For example, like there's a scene where moths are attacking, which is similar to the bees, and the way they escape is jumping in the water. So basically, a village gets wiped out by an evil gang of mutant ninjas, and the remaining ninja girl decides that teaming up with Dakuan and his new annoying thief guy that we can mention in a second, make their way to the Yagyu village. Yeah, the Yagyus are back.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
So they're not after a scroll this time, but a stone. It's the Dragon Stone. That's the MacGuffin for the series. Jubei gets embroiled again in a conflict between two clans, as a wandering ninja does. I mean, you know, his usual routine.
I'll tell you what's routine, mister.
Settle down, Asimov. Now, one clan is the Kamon clan, as in the 8 devils of Kamon, but there are like far more than 8, and they're not really devils. They're just kind of like the standard ninjas of Kamon, I guess, and that's about as fast as they get cut down as well throughout the series.
Think you can do better?
No, but I'm not a ninja. Kagero, her character is replaced by Shiguri, who's the new ninja girl that we're following. She's legit her own character, not nearly as tragic as Kagero. And hey, no rape in this series. So, you know, that's something, right? Although the annoying thief guy does try to sell her at one point.
Wait a minute. Why don't I sell you myself?
Well, come on then. Let's see you try it.
And then there's the rival Yagyu clan, as I mentioned before, representing the shogunate's military arm, led by an adversary with one eye, Yagyu Renra. The series might have not caught on for a few reasons. I think it's just less visually dynamic. The animation feels a little stock. I mean, what can I say? It feels stock to my eyes.
I think it sounds stock to my ears.
And then there's this inclusion of technology, which seems like a really weird choice, given that Ninja Scroll already sort of has a set-up universe and technology isn't really a part of it, so that kind of feels a little odd. And then interestingly, contemporary music as a choice for the score rather than a traditional sounding score. The main theme is catchy, I'll admit. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's also clearly representative of the series' more upbeat and fun. And to be fair, the soundtrack is pretty varied and eclectic, which is great. It includes somber pieces, but clearly electronic music is a heavy part overall, and it has multiple pop songs with lyrics. And that, just watching this show, it just stands out to me as a fan of Ninja Scroll. I don't hate the music. It's just not part of the world of Ninja Scroll that was established. No technology, no contemporary music, so those decisions just sort of chafe me as a fan, that's all. I mean, listen to track 9. I mean, listen to this. This doesn't belong anywhere in Ninja Scroll, in my opinion. Like, this track, Sure Shot, this belongs in the Hacker soundtrack. I'll prove it. Check out this. We'll do a comparison. There's no real investment in this Dragonstone MacGuffin that they're all chasing. While last time in the movie, Jubei's personally entwined with Genma and the 8 Devils of Kamon, this time there's no personal reason. That's like, why do we care? Literally, the first episode starts off and he's just trying to have a nap, and it's just an inconvenience to him. So there's not a lot of great motivation for that. I personally wasn't a fan of the new mouthy thief character. He sort of feels like just dropped in from a random period anime. I know things have to change, and so maybe I won't like all the new decisions of the new series, but he just didn't seem like a great addition, even if he's not that horrible either, just sort of generic. I guess it's also worth mentioning that killing 4 bad guys in episode 2 doesn't really make them effectively scary if they can be cut down so easily. But it's not all bad. I'd like to look at some of the stuff that I think they kind of got right.
Good, you may be of use.
There's lots of action. I mean, the first episode has multiple battles, as I mentioned, so even if they're getting cut down easily, at least there's a lot of action and fighting to go on. That's what we're watching for. The entertainment factor is high, and it's not going to be boring. I definitely like the glowing mushrooms as a visual element that replaced the fireflies. Dakuan comes back, not quite the right voice, but he's welcome to return in my opinion. There's villains with weird powers. Now, they're fun and they're bizarre and in huge quantity, so let's take a quick tour. They're not around for long enough for me to bother learning their names, so I'm just gonna make up names as we go. Okay, we got Gremlin, Snake Lady, Quato looking chick, and Spidery guy. We got Umbrella Lad. The giant pseudo-mech stone guy, I guess he replaces Tasai. There's Mojo from X-Men, but with like Tesla coil energy, electricity. There's the Were Lady, the sad underground guy who only appears after he's already been killed, which might be a reference to one of the Lone Wolf and Cub scenes. And check out Ninja Scroll Big Daddy Centipede.
There's got to be a logical explanation for what we saw.
There's Winter Soldier, who can pluck out eyeballs from dead people and put them in his own eye socket, and then we see really fuzzy footage of what they saw before they died. Can you imagine how annoying all that static would constantly be going psht all the time?
Bravo. Very impressive. I mean that.
There's Medusa Living Hair Lady, taking the Yashimaru route. Lady Mumra Spider Legs.
Stay out of this.
Anime Poison Ivy. Reptile Porcupine Quills Guy. There's the see-through blue chest butterfly string fingers.
Vegetable gremlin!
Okay, see, that's just from the first 4 episodes, and Jubei slices most of them in half.
Don't expect any mercy from him.
So the series doesn't really live up to the movie, but it's got its moments. I think the main flaw in their reasoning was not to adhere to the world that Futaro Yamada set out, kind of like Yoshiaki Kawajiri did. Admittedly, the constantly battling super ninjas does make the series feel a little more similar to Basilisk than it does Ninja Scroll, but the nature of a series and being episodic, more characters and that battle royale style plot devices definitely makes sense. But the shift in tone, the out of continuity, technology, and the contemporary music kind of sours it for me as a fan. But still, overall, it's fun and enjoyable.
Now he's all finished.
Well, almost. In 2006, Wildstorm produced a series of comics. There were 12 issues in total. I remember when they came out being disappointed, but the first story arc is, I think, something along the lines of like Jubei's having nightmares and he's remembering back and sort of like, it's like a flashback clip episode. Maybe the author thought that it would be great to catch us all up if you hadn't seen the series, but I don't understand who would be watching or reading a series of comics about Ninja Scroll if they didn't already know about Ninja Scroll. Later story arcs actually did new things, and that might have been more interesting, but we only got the 12 and then it was cancelled. There was also a live-action movie that was proposed to get done. It was supposed to be starring Leonardo DiCaprio, but I think maybe we dodged a bullet on that one.
Can we talk about something other than Hollywood for a change?
Yeah. Yes.
Sure. There was also a trailer for a true sequel. It was produced by Madhouse, and it was released online in 2012, maybe to drum up some excitement, maybe secure funding, I don't really know. But that was abandoned, and it's really too bad. I don't know if there just wasn't very much interest. It looked pretty cool, and it would have been nice to see that included on the Blu-ray, with maybe some kind of interview explaining what they were trying to do and why it didn't work out. So that's it, right? I mean, pretty much the last piece of the puzzle that brings us all the way around is acknowledging the influence that Ninja Scroll had on everything that came after it. I mean, series like Afro Samurai and its bombastic style of cool visuals, even picking up the technology and contemporary music that I was ripping on the series for. Afro Samurai, because it's its own universe, is actually able to meld that perfectly. And I'm not saying that Afro Samurai rips off anything from Ninja Scroll. I just think that, you know, way back at the start of the video I was talking about Mortal Kombat. These are part of the same genus, the same species, branches on an evolutionary tree or something like that, and it goes back decades.
Maybe even longer.
I think if I had any conclusion as to why there wasn't more Ninja Scroll, the way you'd expect from a movie that meant so much to so many of us, is that it was just the wrong audience. Consider all of the borrowing that they were doing with already established historical and pop culture icons, from Yagyu Jubei to Sonny Chiba's Yagyu Jubei to the Lone Wolf and Cub movies or Futaro Yamada's novels. I mean, there's barely anything new for them to chew on. It just seemed kind of same old, same old. While North American video stores had precious few things like it on the shelf. And the Ninja Scroll movie kind of condensed all of that into one tightly packed 90-minute romp.
It's perfect.
On the other hand, digging into all these influential movies that inspired Ninja Scroll, I kind of realized that if you're looking for more Ninja Scroll, you can actually get it in a lot of these various projects that we've gone over. I mean, a look into the live-action Ninja Scroll might be something like Shadow Heart Under Blade. Spiritual sequel might be Afro Samurai. After watching all of these different movies, it left me with a feeling that maybe Ninja Scroll isn't really as alone as I'd previously thought.
You're not alone. Really not alone.
So I hope you enjoyed all of this, that you got something out of it. Maybe you found a new movie that you didn't know about before that you're going to track down and watch. And if I missed something, please let me know in the comments down below. This channel, it was really about sharing movies, the ones that I love, and if you can give me something to watch, then I would really appreciate that as well.
Oh, there's just one more thing.
Oh, right, the Halo sponsorship ad that you didn't forget. Okay, yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm excited, and this is what they sent us.
Whether your hair is normal, oily, or dry, Halo glorifies your hair with far brighter sparkle, much springier curls, and longer-lasting set. And your hair is so easy to manage after a Halo shampoo.
So Halo, everybody, Halo. Halo is the shampoo that glorifies your hair. So Halo shampoo, Halo.
All right, it was a lie. I'm sorry for that. All right, we did not get the makers of Halo shampoo to sponsor us.
Boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, this guy here is really something.
But I hope you come back and see what other movies we're going to be covering here. I'm super excited to share these explorations with you because it always helps to know what you're watching. I also don't think that I'm the kind of creator with this content that's going to be able to grind out a new video every week, so unfortunately the algorithm doesn't like that. If you'd like to see more of my content and you don't hit the follow button, the subscribe, whatever it is down there, then chances are we're not going to see each other again.